Okay, so from here we can use the Revolve tool or any one of the create tools to be able to turn this two-dimensional shape into a 3D structure. So currently we have this two-dimensional shape that we've created, or profile, and we can then use some of these create tools to turn that into a three-dimensional shape. We can use the extrude tool to kind of extrude it in or out, but we don't want to do that. What we do want to do is we want to revolve it to make a circular object. Okay, so for the Revolve tool, it's relatively simple. There's a couple of things that you need to do. One of the things that you need to do is you need to select the profile. So you need to make sure that you've got one selected, which often happens automatically if you already have it selected when you click on the Revolve tool. And then you need to select the axes that you're going to revolve it around. So you go and tell it that you're going to select the axis that you want to revolve around, and you need to click on one of the lines. Now you can click on any one of the lines here. You can click on this line here, and then we'll revolve it around that way. Right, but clearly we don't want to do that. Or we could click on this side here so we can revolve it around that way, which looks a lot more like the Lego head that we actually want. Hang on, let's just find ourselves here. But one of the things that I do want to make clear is that you do need to make sure that the axis that you select has nothing on the overhanging it. So for example, if I were to click on this section here, it wouldn't be able to revolve around it. These errors would pop up saying basically that we cannot revolve it around this section here because it means that you'd be trying to revolve it into itself, and it just doesn't work. So anyway, with that profile selected, we're going to select the axis that we do want to revolve around, which is this one here, which creates this nugget here, right? And that's relatively self-explanatory. And what you can do, if you want, just kind of for future use, is you can change the degrees that you want. So you can do half of one by doing it at 180 degrees, but we're just going to leave it at that. So you just click enter and go okay, and you have yourself your final Lego head. Now, one of the very last things that you want to do to be able to finish off your head is to be able to draw those circles inside it. Now, the easiest way to do that is to simply select the circle that you're wanting to create, wanting to draw it on. I like to look at it from a top-down view and then you know what it is that you're doing. So if you select circle and center diameter, that way it snaps to the center of the circle, and then you can just put in the circle that you create there. All right, so the entire circle is 4.08. We're going to take away 0.18 from there, so that'll be 4.7. Which seems a bit small. Oh, no, of course it's not, because it's not 0.17. So that will be 4.88 take away 1.8, so that means it's 3.08. So I'm just going to go back from there. Sorry, don't mind my maths. I'm going to try that again. So I'm going to snap back to the center, and then we're going to go 3.08. That's not even to the center. Circle, center. There we go. Now it snaps to the center. All right, so we go 3.08 and enter, and that's our circle. Right, so we've drawn a circle on there. I'm just going to use the orbit tool to adjust it so I can see what we're doing. And then now that I've got that circle, I want to extrude it down. There's a number of different ways I can do that. I can click here to get the extrude tool, that one there, or I could do the exact same thing by going into the drop-down menu and clicking on there, right? And this doesn't need to be any specific distance. It doesn't actually tell us the measurements on the plan, but I'm just going to go 1.8, negative 1.8, because that just seems like a reasonable size. And then it's good, and we can do exactly the same on the bottom. Okay, so on the bottom, I'm just going to click on the bottom, draw a center diameter circle, wait until it snaps to the place center point, and then we're going to do exactly the same. Yep, and we're going to find out what that measurement is there, and then put that in and go from there. Okay, so that's exactly what you need to do. Just make sure that the hole that you create in the bottom is larger than 2.01, so the top head can fit into that, and that should be cool. Hopefully that should work. Right, and that is how the Revolve tool works.